So you can give the kernel parameters here. You can set the console theme. You can set the console resolution. You can just a moment. It is downloading something. Let it finish. Yes. You can set the bootloader options like timeout, protect the bootloader with a password, hide the menu on boot. So all these different things you can do from here. That is the Yast bootloader 2. Should have done the cancel, but now it will not allow me to cancel it. Anyway, we have not done any changes. It will just overwrite itself. Then here the date and time is given. You can configure your date and time, the local also from here. You can set the hardware clock to UTC. You can synchronize with the NTP server, that is the time server, manually or automatically. Both are possible. Then here you can set your languages. Here the network settings are available. The OpenSuse partitioner is there, so you can partition your HDD as you want. Okay, now we will shut this down. Here you can check out the services. You can stop services from here, configure the services from here. The default system target is graphical interface with emergency mode, exit target, switch the root, init RD default target, multi-system, multi-user system, rescue mode. So you can change the modes of the system. So if you select the rescue mode, the system will go in a rescue mode. If you select the emergency mode, the system will go into emergency mode. Then you can switch the root. Right now by default it is the graphical interface only. We have to cancel, otherwise yes. Do you want to really abort? Yes. Now let us go in the system configure edition. So this will allow you to edit the system configuration. So verbosity, right now it is 0, you can set it to 1. Force hint style, auto hinting. What is black BW? I don't know. Black and maybe it is yes, it is black and white monospace. You can use LCD filter, so it is on by default. Use RGBA, yes, it is enabled. Use embedded bitmaps, prefer sans families, embedded bitmaps language. Will not go in this detail. Display manager, remote access, display manager, root. So if you say yes, you can enable root login to the display manager. Display manager AD integration, that is the, I think, the Active Directory integration you can enable from here. Display manager auto login you can set from here. There will be, I think, yes and no only. So yes or no. Let us check out the window manager. Default window manager is default right now, but you can add the configuration scripts. You can add any one of the available default managers. Available means installed, not available managers in software center, but for what the managers that are installed. So the desktop install, one of them will be default here. So the Windows manager say I got the GNOME installed, so GNOME is the default desktop. So the GNOME's default window manager, that is the GDM, will be the default window manager here. Okay, Now let us go in next. Install desktop extensions. Yes. Now let us check out the hardware. So you can change the console for font. You can the Unicode map, the screen map, magic encoding, console encoding. In keyboard section, what we have got, the keyboard delay rate, num lock, screen lock, caps lock, disable capitals, keyboard TTY. In the mouse section, you can do the mouse device, mouse type, parameters, repeat, mouse stroke repeat, I think that is, yes. In the network section, you can configure the your network interface, the boot proto start mode. I will not go into detail, we will have to do a separate video for this. Yes, so the smart, that is the HDD health monitor, right now it is disabled, but I think the configuration is possible from here, but we will have to check out how to do it exactly. Then a smart card configuration, any smart card attached via the SD card port can be configured. The sound card can also be configured from here. The pulse audio, you can configure it from here. Network, you can configure it from here. That is your system configuration. Clock, cron D, so you can, cron D is the scheduler, so you can start stop your scheduler. You can configure it to send mail on the root email ID. This is for the firewall. Arguments, network, system log, and finally the system itself. You can enable the backups, backup directory, setting of the RPM DB. So the RPM database will be backed up to this RPM directory. Here you can configure the bootloader itself. Loader type grub2, grub EFI and none. So you can choose secure boot also. It is secure, yes. By default the boot is secured. Trusted boot, no. You can add yes, no. Update NVRAM, that is the non-volatile RAM, yes. So in the kernel section, you can do IRQ balancing. You can ban certain IRQs, ban CPUs. So those CPUs will not serve the IRQ balance. Okay. So I will not go into further details. It is very long exhaustive list, but it is a very useful tool available for the system configuration. In the network services, you can do hostname. You can assign hostname and aliases to IP addresses. You can do the NTP client configuration or server configuration. You can do set up a proxy. You can do remote administration via VNC. You can set up a Samba server. You can enroll your laptop or desktop with the Windows domain. In the AppArmor, you can do the AppArmor configuration. You can configure the firewall. The security center is there, and you can use it to harden the system. Here the user and group management is available. So a lot of tools are available. This is one of the kind of distro. In no other distros you can find so much of tools are available right in one window. Look, all these tools are you can do all the configurations from the terminal in other Linux distros, but no Linux distro is offering GUI based tools like in OpenSuse. Here are the release notes. You can access the systems log, that is the var log messages from here. You can manage the update alternative switching. You can this is important, I will show you. Here are the system snapshots using the ButterFS snapper. So after the first install, there was a snap was taken. After the installation, another snap was taken. So this was the snap taken when the first root file system was was created. Then after the installation of the system, a snapshot was taken. After the YAST add-on was done, the snap was taken. So every software installation or every change in the system configuration, a snapshot is taken. So suppose the system configuration fails, then you can roll back to the earlier system configuration. So that is great. And you can create, modify the snapshots. You can delete the snapshots. So you can keep, say, last 5 snapshots only. You can keep only 1 snapshot. That depends on you. That is also configurable. You can install a vendor from a specific vendor medium also. So you can install CD-ROM and then you install the drivers from the vendor CD-ROM. Here the systemd journal you can read. It helps to troubleshoot the system issues. In the app armor, you can do the settings of the app armor, scan the audit logs, manually add profiles. We will not go in details, but maybe a separate video we can do. Now this is the firewall is enabled by default in OpenSuse and it can be configured from here. You can configure the startup interfaces zones from here. We will not go in detail. It will require a complete new video for the explanation of how the firewall D can be configured from here. Yes. Let us check out the security center. So the security setting: use magic system requisition keys, use secure file permissions, remote access to display manager, run DHCP daemon in change root, run DHCP daemon as a DHCP user. So different system security configurations you can do. The IP version 4 forwarding, IP6 version 6 forwarding, enable basic system, disable basic system. So you can all configure it from here. You can do the password setting, boot settings, login settings, user addition, the user privileges you can set from here. You can do miscellaneous settings from here. The file permissions easy, user launching update DB, so nobody. And the magic system requisition keys. So all these settings you can do it from here. So in the hardware section you can do the system keyboard layout, printers. Okay, it is already covered. Yes, in the system. Yes, all this has been covered. Now what is the alternatives? Let us check out manage up. Yes, you can change the alternative. So you can change the debug launch, change the default display manager, default session. You can change the GTK update icon cache and some other settings from here. Okay, let us check out the security users already done, virtual support, yes, miscellaneous already done. So we have covered the whole YAST control center. Now let us check out any other things have been left. Okay, this is all the same what we have done. Let us check out what is this YAST install virtual machine. Okay. Okay, so you can install a virtual machine using YAST 2 virtualization. So you have to choose the hypervisor to install. So Xen or KVM. So option is there. You can use a Xen hypervisor or a KVM hypervisor. So you can install a KVM server and KVM tools. Here the Xen server and Xen tools. So we can do a complete new video on this, so it will be detailed. We cannot go right now into detail, otherwise the video will go on for long. Okay, now just we will go to the settings, check out the versions of the software. So the OS name OpenSuse Leap 15.4, 64-bit version. Gnome version is 41.2. Windowing system is by default Wayland. Virtualization is KVM, and the software updates already we have seen. There are I think 193 MB of software updates to be done. Let us check out some backgrounds. Only one background is available in different resolutions. Okay, check. Okay friends, so we end our video here. We have checked the OpenSuse 15.4 Leap RC version running a GNOME desktop 41.2. So we are the conclusion is GNOME desktop in Leap 15.4 RC is light on usage. It is snappy. It is not lagging in speed. I didn't encounter any of the bugs during the review period, so we had I think half an hour of review at least, and all the different features are working as they should. We didn't see any issue with any of the features, so it is almost bug free. There will be of course some bugs, but that bugs will be only detected when you use the installation for say at least 15 days or 20 days, 1 month. Otherwise we cannot check out the bugs. Of course there will be some bugs, but in a brief time like 1 hour or 1 hour or say 2 hours of the detailed review, we cannot come across any bugs. So friends, we stop here. Do subscribe to our channel, do like and share our videos. Do not forget to press on the bell icon, otherwise you will miss the videos we are sharing. Now friends, I have some important work to do. I might be away for some days and I will return back to share some more videos with you. Bye bye.